Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm going to teach you how to mix a song for radio play. So let's get into it. So I recently finished mixing this song. You can check out the part 1, part number 2, and part number 3. Now, this is how the song sounds like without any mastering plugin on. This is the song right here, and I usually can put my plugins just by coming to this place, audio track, come to your inserts and put your plugins there, right? But for me, I usually put my plugins on the output, like when you go to your mixer and then you come to your output. So I want to show you this. So the first plugin that you put is Maximizer. My settings are already set, which is maximization default. All right, just put it there on default. It's just gonna do the job, just to maximize the stereo frequencies of your song, so your song can be ready for radio. So just throw maximizer there, and if you feel like the volume is too much, just get this and reduce it back, no problem. Leave optimization on 25. 25 is the best, and then turn on soft clip so that maximization can have that softer way of attacking your song, your audio. And now I'm gonna just turn off this and then turn it on while it plays, so you can like take a listen to how Maximizer works. Alright, that is the power of maximization. This little plugin in Cubase 5 does a lot of wonders. Now, the next plugin that you put just to like make your song have that big stereo width, you need a stereo enhancer or a widening plugin. I am using Pusher, this one right here, but I want to show you something special. I just want the stereo imager because I do not have if I'm not using stereo enhancer, then I'm using Pusher. So I just want to widen up the sound a little bit so that during radio play the song can really sound nice to the ears. So I turned off body, I turned off clipper, I turned off the highs, and I left out only the stereo imager, this one and this one, just these two. And my input of course has to be on, or else it's not gonna work. So it and all this, but all the same it's on 0.0. So just a little bit of magic, 23.4, and stereo imaging is on 7.5. Just little is just gonna help your song to sound better. All right, when you like put too much, the song sounds too overspread and doesn't sound nice. So just a little of imaging or stereo widening does the job. So let me turn it off, then I'm gonna turn it on during playtime. So let's put it here. Love the Are you able to tell the difference? Let me turn it on, off, and then I'll turn it on again. Right there. So what's happening is that the reverb just comes alive the moment you like put a stereo enhancer or a widening plugin. If you do not have iron pusher, you can of course come to your special and use stereo enhancer. But in my case, since I have iron pusher, I am using iron pusher today. Okay, but it's all the same. Suddenly the reverb comes alive, the vocal sounds much cleaner and much better, makes your vocal, creates a certain image for your song. Your song starts sounding great in speakers and on radio. The next plugin that you add is any EQ that you have. Okay, so I'm using this EQ, F6RTA stereo EQ. This is the one that I'm using. And now with your EQ, what you're trying to do is adding body to your song. All right, so now it's time to add body to your song and maybe try to remove certain frequencies which are not which are bad. But this is mastering time. So mastering time is just a time to just maximize your song and make it sound much better. So I believe you have already you've already mixed your song in a professional way, and now mastering is just some final touches. So we are increasing body, giving body to the song. Remember, with iron pusher, I said I turned off body, right? So this is body. Could have like used this to add body, but I turned it off. I turned off the low. Why? Because I knew that I was gonna create body with an EQ. So my EQ number 2 is on 1.6 dB gain level. This is helping me to add body around this area. So I'm gonna solo it. Take a listen to this. So that is the gain level, body gain level that I am adding to the overall song, including vocals, just to make it have that punch, low end punch. All right, then I am also adding around 647 hertz. This frequency is very important for your master, especially if you are mastering for radio. This frequency is important as well as this frequency. Make sure your song has body and also has this frequency. And as you can see right here on the middle of 250 to 500, I have like lifted it up just a little bit. So we have this curve which comes like this and all the way to, so from this place 120, 166, 227, then we go to 344, going up to 474, coming to 619, 626, all the way to a little bit of 1622 hertz. All this is adding. All right, now this other frequency sounds like this. Now what this frequency does is that it helps your song to punch out of the speakers, to just have that not sharpness, but just to like cut through the speakers and sound good during radio play. This is what allows the song like to have a long range. So this is like a long range frequency that you add to your master so that your song can be heard even at a far distance. That's the frequency right there. Then we have this frequency, which is 4, this one right here. Just a little, it's lifted around 1K. Yeah, it's lifted right there. This frequency right here. Even that frequency too is lifted up. Why? Because we want a high range, a little bit of mid-range, and this area right here. So you are trying to like affect the mid-range so that your song can really be audible at a far distance. Apart from that, there is nothing that I've added right here, and we close it just like that. The reason why I have not like put up some highs is because during mixing I had like put a lot of highs to the vocals and the instrumental. So because of that, I knew that I wasn't gonna add any highs to the master, to the final master, because I had already boosted up some highs there. And you know, I think it's okay with what we did during mixing. So now during mastering, I don't have to add some more highs, or else the song is gonna sound really sharp to the ears, and it's just gonna be thinned out. So I'm trying to avoid thinning the song, and also just making the vocals really sound sharp, and the instrumental sounding sharp, and everything sounding sharp all together. So lesson number one is always remember what you are doing to during mixing, so that you don't come to like complicate your mastering. So I know from what I'm doing here that during mixing, I did certain things to the vocals. I added this. If I had added a lot of low end to the vocals, I was not gonna like add a lot of low end here. I was gonna leave the low end the way it is and then just boost up the highs. But in my case, the low end was not there, so I had to boost it up here and here. The low end was missing to the vocals and the instrumental. But with the highs, I boosted them up during mixing, so it's okay. Now, we had a little bit of some clipping like red. Yeah. How do we control this? By using a limiter. So the final one is a limiter. This limiter is helping to control some peaks so that we don't clip, and also to just raise a little bit of some volume, give the song a little bit of some volume. As you can see, my volume is plus 3.2 dB, just a little bit of that. So let me turn off this and turn off F6 EQ. I'm gonna engage it, but for now let me play it, then I'll turn this on. Beautiful, right? So the EQ is helping the song, like is helping the instrument or the vocals like to really be together, and also is helping to shape up that reverb. Okay, that's the work of this EQ. And now the final one I talked about, limiter. This limiter is gonna stop the song from clipping. All right, I've only added a little bit of plus 3.2 dB volume just to raise it up, and my attack is on 275 milliseconds, release 400, transients is just the way it is, and look ahead is completely on 0. Style, I have set it on modern day is okay, the rest just the way they are. Then now let me turn it off, then I'll engage it. The volume is just gonna go up a little bit. just like that, we have very beautiful mastered song ready for radio. And the clipping that we had, as you can see, this clipping is now out because of our limiter. This other clipping is just for the microphone that I'm using to speak, but the original one is on the right side, this part right here. Check what is going to happen when I turn off my limiter and play the song. Clipping is going to be there. Check this out. We have it, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna remove it and turn on limiter. Did you see that? All the clipping is completely out. So now let's take a listen from beginning to the end, and this is how you master a song ready for radio.
You see,
Can